Before I started my travels, I convinced myself that I would be able to make one friend in every city or country I go to. But to be honest, that didn't happen even once in all the cities and provinces I've been to. That is, until I went to Hefei of Anhui province. Before COVID happened, I had accepted an offer to teach English in the city. So coming here was like experiencing a city that could have been, like a branch of the butterfly effect or some divergent timeline. I'm satisfying my curiosity like, oh, what was I missing out on? Alright, so I got these 4 rice cakes that are not even Hefei specialty. This should be part of Jiangsu. It was because of these cakes that I was able to make friends in Hefei. What happened was that there were no seats in the food hall. This young couple was kind enough to tell me, oh, you can sit across from us. They also saw me recording English, and I could see they were curious. I offered them some cakes. Next thing I knew, they offered to show me around their city and bought me coffee. I really like this idea of reciprocity in Chinese culture, where it's like, oh, if you give me a gift, like I can't leave you empty-handed. Like part of it has to do with face, you know, like you kind of don't want to come off as cheap to your girlfriend, but also it's kind of like severing karmic threads, you know. I think that's cool. Like oh, this debt has been paid. Like I like that. We weren't like one-upping each other, but it was sort of like, oh, I buy the bubble tea here, I buy the coffee there, I'll buy the dessert there. Felt like a microcosm of building a relationship in Chinese society. Alright, enough of my layman observations of my parents' society and culture. Back to me being corny about preaching about making friends while traveling. It does take courage to make the first move. Whether it's setting the tone in sparring and like boxing, like you throw the first jab, or just making friends in general. But you don't even have to make the first move per se. Like you just need to be able to recognize open doors. Like technically I wasn't the one that initiated the contact, right? It was Xiang and his girlfriend. Like they were kind enough to tell me, oh, you can sit across from us. That was an open door, right? And other signs of open doors off the top of my head, just being friendly, being comparatively open in a rather conservative society such as China, and just general signs of being extroverted and expressing clear interest in you as a foreigner. If you know the language, you have even less of an excuse not to engage them back, right? Like, you're not gonna get scammed. You know you're in a safe country. You want to collect stories of your interactions with locals because more often it's your interaction with people you met in your travels, the things you did together, and their own life stories you're retelling that are far more interesting to say, the places that every single tourist visited, or foods that every article and influencer talks about. We ended up climbing this super boring mountain, and I didn't even care that I missed my itinerary because I was just so happy that I finally made friends while traveling. Like, screw the temples and the ancestral ball house. Like, this detour was worth it just because we enjoyed talking about the differences between growing up in China and the US. I think Xiang respected my insights about growing up as a Chinese American back home, and the fact that I was proud to be Chinese. We had authentic food from Anhui province and baijiu for dinner, and they refused to let me pay. I will never forget them.